That's a little better. Actually, maybe I didn't want to see myself so clearly. Anyway, day whatever the fuck it is, and I am on 3 grams this morning. I had 3 grams yesterday, and the day before I decided to coast because I was the withdrawal symptoms, the taper symptoms, like not went off a ledge, but they definitely got worse when I went from like 3.2 to 3 or whatever. Like after a couple days, who knows? But at some point, because the half-life is so long, there was less and less in my system. Started to get some real depression, and I was like talking to people about it. And it's interesting because usually when I'm coming off of anything like opioids, even like when I go on like a speedy drug binge, and I don't like speedy drugs, but even when I was young and I would take Adderall because it was the only thing we could get, I usually get anxiety. I usually get like crippling anxiety when I'm withdrawing from anything. And the anxiety during this Pheniblog taper has actually been really manageable and consistent. I don't even think I think it was worse in the beginning because I didn't know what to expect. And right now my like heart's racing a little, like it feels like I'm dehydrated and had too much caffeine all the time. And I know that I'm not, and I know that I didn't, but it feels like I want to quicken the pace of my breathing. It feels like my heart's beating kind of fast. It feels like I said, it feels almost like I need to like have a glass of water and sit down. And it's really not that bad. It's really manageable. The depression was kicking a little bit. Didn't prevent me from functioning, but made me really not present and not comfortable. And, but today, right? So today, also the last few days, like I mentioned in my last video, I reduced my nighttime gabapentin dose because I'm not trying to get hooked on that. I'm using that to get off of the Pheniblog. And I said, let me just take half as much and see what happens, right? So I took like 300 milligrams with food. I managed to sleep. So I've been taking less gabapentin in addition to tapering off the Pheniblog, and the last couple days were kind of rough. But today, I'm good. If it's just going to feel like this till the end with the occasional little bump, then I am really happy to tell you guys that that's how it's going and that that's what you have to expect. I've been very, very disciplined. Oh, very important. This is actually why I wanted to make this video. The other thing is, so our sensitivity to everything is increased when we're tapering off of a drug like Pheniblog, a GABA drug. Anything that excites or stimulates the nervous system is going to be like, you're going to have a really exaggerated effect, an amplified effect, because you're not making GABA and you're not taking a GABA drug anymore. Not taking as much. So caffeine, I'm drinking 1 diet soda a day instead of 3 in the morning. I know that sounds funny. I wake up, I have like Pheniblog Kratom diet soda, and the entire day I never have a crash. I never need more caffeine. And if I drink another soda, then I feel panicked. Not panicked, anxious. Sorry, I'm trying to be concise and not backtrack, but I'm tapering off of Pheniblog and I'm wound up. Everything, nicotine, weed, I am using way less of everything. I don't need as much, and I feel anxious and dysphoric when I get the normal amounts. So if you're coming off Pheniblog, benzos, barbiturates, alcohol, kratom, opioids, anything that slows you down, anything that relaxes you or makes you euphoric, your sensitivity to stimulants and really just everything is going to be amplified. So keep that in mind. And one thing that I really have trouble with, really the only thing I consume that I have weak willpower for to this day is food, right? Like I'll binge to the point where people who know me, who've lived with me, they're like, you should do eating competitions. I binged so hard I got stomach cancer, And then I binged while I had stomach cancer. I'm 100% fine now. It's been years. But I definitely did it to myself. I can eat until there's no food left in the town. And I'm not sure where that came from. But I've always done that. I can't stop eating till the food is gone. And when I am disciplined, Phenibut withdrawals are easier, and just inflammation in general is less. I'm sure that's no surprise. And I've done everything from a meat-only carnivore diet to now I'm basically on a raw vegan diet, but it's all fruit and nuts and nut butter. So, and then like twice a week I'll have meat. I'm a personal trainer. I do explosive training and lift weights and wrestle and box and do all this shit. And I crave meat and blood and iron and like charcoal and carbon a couple days a week after hard training sessions. So the only reason that I am not on a meat-based diet is because while I'm a big fan of them for letting gut issues heal and letting gut flora replenish and losing a bunch of water and bloat and toxin and stuff, I think that meat uses a lot of energy to process. Hey, what's up, man? I just ran into my friend. I'm going to record him, and then if he doesn't want to be on the YouTube video, I'm going to edit it out, and you're not going to know who I was talking to. I'm making one of those Pheniblog things. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I'm tapering off a drug called Phenibut. I've mentioned it to you like once or twice. It's like one of, the 3 things I've taken every day for years and years and years. Mm-hmm. But I started tapering off of it. And they just banned it. So all over the country now, there's people that have no choice, like they're cold turkeying, and it's nasty as shit. But so I started making a blog. My doctor said that she actually wants to record me as a case study and put it in a medical journal, because soon this is going to be like an epidemic, and here she has a patient who like comes to her, openly says, I'm addicted to the shit I got online. I need your help getting off of it. And she said, will you record like a journal so that I can actually write like a thing in a medical journal? And I said, I'm probably going to make fucking YouTube videos because that's what I do anyway. So
absolutely. Let's do this, man.
This is like my my daily vlog. Like, this is how I'm feeling. This is how much I'm taking. Mm-hmm. This is what you can do. Blah, 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 blah.
Good, buddy.
Good to see you, dude.
You too.
You about to go shopping at Versace?
Just finised.
Versace, Eddie Bauer.
Right.
We live in a nice area.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to Weiss. I'll see you soon.
I'll see you
I might see you there soon.
All right.
That is my friend who works at the gym. A good dude and a wise dude with good taste in music. When he's working, when I walk in and he's working, I know that it's going to be like all the best 90s music. It's going to be like HFS, DC 101 stuff if you're from the area. That means like grunge music, alternative music from the 90s. What was I talking about? Food. I was stuck on a meat tangent, but meat takes a lot of like life energy. I really mean that. Like it takes a lot of energy to digest meat and turn it into energy. And while it's quality energy, I find in very, very sensitive states like drug withdrawal, that I don't know how to explain it. I'm not going to waste your time and try to, but I feel like my body is less stressed if I'm eating fruit, even if I'm like binging on huge quantities of fruit. It's still less stressed than if I'm eating like quality grass-fed meat. It just takes less energy. And if you've got, food sensitivities like me, you might not even know about them if you've been on Phenibut or Kratom or something for years. It's just masking different symptoms of food allergies. You might have like aches and pains and inflammation and itching and shit, or moods that you don't even notice because you're high. When you start coming off of your drug, you are going to notice them. And so between the damage from stomach cancer and coming off of various drugs over the years, I've really, really learned what my body can and can't handle in those states. And if I eat fruit and nuts and nut butter, and then a couple days a week I have like fish or meat, and I'm very strict. I'm saying like no no fruits and some fruiting vegetables. I'm not eating greens that are hard to digest. I'm not eating cooked vegetables. I eat live, fresh, raw, organic fruit, whatever I can afford, and nuts. And then like 3 days will go by and I'll start to feel weak and I'll have a grass-fed steak, like a chuck that I'll slow cook, or a ribeye that I'll air fry. And it's actually not any more expensive than having a normal diet and eating normal shit on a normal schedule. So yes, I found that after a couple rough days, I have either adjusted to my lower doses of gabapentin and phenibut, or I've also been eating very light and, fasting until, I fast until, I work at the gym all day and I still fast until usually 8 or something. And then I have like apples and walnuts, and then I do some shit. And if I'm still hungry, then I'll have like mangoes and almond butter. And then if I'm still hungry, I'll have whatever the fuck the next thing is. And I'll take my gabapentin and I'll have some peanut butter and some other fruit or whatever. It sounds crazy, but I'm jacked and I feel physically very healthy when I eat that way. I don't get weak. I don't feel like I'm missing out on iron, B vitamins, protein, etc. You will definitely, if you stay on a raw vegan diet or a fruit and nut diet for very long, you're going to lose some muscle mass and get physically weaker, but like mentally, emotionally, creatively, spiritually, which I pay a lot of attention to, I feel really, really sturdy and healthy eating fruit, nuts, very occasionally some crunchy vegetables, some like dipping sauces, but don't expect to stay jacked if you do that without steroids. I hope that there was enough coherent in today's rant, that you got some benefit from it, but I feel good, and I'm going to make sure to let you guys know, especially let you know when I feel good, because we don't have anything to be afraid of. If you write down what you need to do every night for the next day, then no matter how you feel when you wake up, you read it and you say, I planned this when I had my head on straight. I feel like the world is ending this morning, but last night I wrote down 3 grams and I thought it was logical. So I'm going to have 3, and tomorrow I'm going to have 2.9, and then 2.8, and da. Also, as far as challenges this month, me and my clients and friends are doing a sit-up challenge. I'll post the videos on here too. I post them on my other channel. Sit-up challenge is, between now and Christmas, you do 100 sit-ups a day plus 5, meaning, if today is your first day, you do 100 sit-ups. Tomorrow you do 105. The next day you do 110. Me and my clients are on 120. Sending videos, sending texts, posting them on Facebook, staying accountable. And you should join us so that you can look like that. I had to flex really, really hard. But sit-ups are good for your health, and they'll definitely distract you from phenibut withdrawals. So, love you guys. Stay strong. Good always triumphs over evil. Without light, there is no darkness. Ba 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 ba.